Hi, my name is John Bennett. Go under the name JJFBbennett.com and you can find me at Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, Blogger, YouTube, G+, under JJFBbennett.com. It's my first adventure into drawing and recording my thoughts. Okay, to get this started, I'm starting in some kind of contemplation, looking for something, and so a little bit of flexibility, playing around with line, picking. Our idea is trying to get an unconscious aspect. Where will that go? Perhaps a bit similar to Turner with his splash and all the kind of abstraction, get something. However, this is nothing like Turner and don't assume to have any similar quality of artistic merit as Turner. However, I do enjoy art and like to discover what I can actually do. I think this is the aspect of art that a lot of people are scared of. What can it find in you? My doodle is starting to take something on, and obviously a bit of a face is emerging with a big nose and ugly eyes. There's nothing here at the moment. I'm starting to get some kind of identity to it, and I think it's going to become more female than male. But at the moment, it doesn't really matter. My drawing style is scratchy and slow. I like to draw with a bit of speed, and hopefully I'll start getting the speed. Where am I going with this? I'm still in this contemplation area. I'm quite sure what I'm discovering. I'm too fine stuff at the moment, but settling into that fineness. Arts are having a strange aspect at the moment, in that in education everybody sees the need of creativity. Need of creativity isn't realising itself in where it sits in education. Concepts of art have always been there. The necessity of it, society, and its benefit to society. However, it seems to be a foreign thing. Museums for people and arts. Contemporary arts are for them, I suppose, but educated. But as you can see, my drawing is now starting to get some kind of aspect of identity, but of shape. It's becoming more female, and not sexy female, but female, and still trying to find something in here. No real personality at the moment, except it's contemplating. So I'm starting to put a bit of a landscape in, quite a watery type of into this, and I think it'll actually a sea that'll emerge here. And I've kind of got the straight wobbly line in the background and like a sea coming in, the fourish ground or middle ground. I'm trying to find where I'm going with this drawing. Not quite sure I'm actually enjoying it, but it seems to be in some kind of shape. Now, right in the background, I've put a sun. Now, the sun is huge, and my momentum, it's not very brown, and I'll fix that. Posing is Uluru. It's imposing presence, and what to do is try and get sun's energy to be hot, like a hot summer's sun. A sunset that's full of, not full of beauty, but just full of heat. And within the heat plation, burden of making ground or walking through hot air, wanting the heat to dissipate, but still being there whilst the sun is showing its might. My hand is in the way, but what I'm trying to do is draw around a little webcam, and so I can get it the right way. Be amateurish at what I'm trying to do here. I'm starting to pick up the momentum in trying to do. Scribbling hard. I think my pen will last much longer out of this, but starting to get some kind of fineness, but bigger in the landscape. Whilst they're finer within each other, they're separate as well. Got to get the sun, water, and the person to become part of each other, and I'll draw into each of the elements of the sky, the heat of the sky, sun, I suppose the psychological, like the woman, and sea to start uniform, just by trying to get the temperament of lines going through. A lot of happening in this world at the moment, and it's all kind of affecting happiness, a lot of unhappiness, a lot of mistrust, a lot of pain, a lot of things that media kind of present that there's some control. You should have your say, become part of changing the world. However, control mechanisms of things is the control mechanisms of the universe are an individual level controllable. No way to control sun setting, how it affects your state of mind. So I'm not saying that we're in a useless paradigm. However, this question of what it is that makes us part of the environment is always there, whether we discuss it and rationalise it is another thing. So a lot of thought is external thought that comes from the media, whether it's Fox News or Sky News or Channel 2, ABC or BBC or whatever it is. It's external news, and it's not in a temperament that's easily digested in an unconscious mode. Take action on. Okay, so now I've got a fatter pen, and I'm going to try and define it, probably take it to a very ugly stage of my drawing, trying to get some kind of contrast running through. Eventually this contrast will become similar to the scratchiness of the background, and it'll merge back in again. It's an effort to bring something out. Once again, I've started off a little bit slower and find my way. Heaviness, but I'll probably pick up the momentum. Okay, well, the sky looks a little bit now, or the sun does. It's a bit better shape. I'm trying to get that kind of definition, as you can see, but probably hide it again. Drawings out of controlled and control. And what I'm trying to do is find something that's in a mechanism between body and mind, and whether that becomes part of actually what's depicted is another thing. So you can see I'm holding the pen, scribbling across, bringing elements together again, not separate, and they're kind of merging in a form of abstraction. So there's no people on this drawing. It's only one person. So person can be a symbol of universal aspect, or it can be my internal mechanism of responding to line and shape and an effort trying to find something. And the first thing I'm starting to realise is that it's moving from what was a kind of a depiction to emotional response, and my pen is fatness of the pen is allowing me to really dig into that emotional response. So whilst it's not aggressive in a pattern, it's aggressive in a trying to get some kind of emotion in there. I'm really forcing myself to do it. The action in trying to make it, for me, as part of drawing itself. Art is always trying to find the aesthetic of people understanding what you're trying to communicate, or being an aspect of communication that is communicable, as well as trying to tap into this unconscious reality that exists in, I kind of view it as a void of something. I'm not quite sure what the next stroke will be, but I'm guided by something of an internal pattern of recognising that I can do something. The woman and the heat is really my focus at the moment, trying to get this heat that's unbearable into the woman, into the landscape. And it's kind of happening. I'm flooding it. I'm almost pouring it in. And my pen is a calligraphy pen, and I'm kind of using it every other way, but in a calligraphic sense. I'm trying to explore the variation of line that it's coming out. So I've got some real fat. And I've got some line that goes from fatness to thinness, or thinness to fatness, so it's kind of got a bit of aesthetic in there rather than the coarsity or the crudity of my actions. Leaning into where the sun is hitting. It's hitting on her left, and her right side is kind of the place where you can see that it is a person. Heat is, I'm not quite sure how much more I can bring from the sun into the string or the emotion of the character. Now, obviously the character isn't the emotions of communicating. It's quite internal. It's like I'm going to grind my way through this, but it's not looking for help from anybody else. It's not looking out to find something to grasp. It's not looking for a friendly handshake or a warmth embrace or anything. It's the burden of everything, the burden of the sun, the burden of the woman. I'm starting to think about, is this as far as I can go with it? And I think come to the end of it, the paucity and the crudity of what I'm trying to do is almost there. You have to apologise for my shadows and stuff. Thank you.